organs that have been making amazing progress lately, and there are more and more organs that people are able to replace or grow replacements for, and new tracheas, etc. However, one organ that I personally am not looking forward to replacing in myself, no matter how badly it fails, is my brain. Not that I think I'm that special or anything, it's just... So, how he's doing it is with a technique called parabiosis. Have any of you heard of that? So it's a little creepy. It's where you take two animals and you connect their circulatory systems to each other. So the blood flows from one into the other animal, and then from the other animal back to the one. Round and round it goes. And what he did was connect the circulatory system of an old animal to a young animal. And lo and behold, the old animal started getting younger. Very well documented, reputable journals, verified, repeated experiments, etc. Young blood enhances synaptic plasticity and cognitive function in the old brain. These are things I like. So before you start imagining a dystopic future in which young people are farmed and hidden in warehouses in Detroit, just to provide blood for farts like me. What they're working on now is identifying the factors in this young blood that produce this effect on the older brains. And once those are identified, they can be produced as therapies or as drugs and used by us to keep thinking, which we love doing. So also we have Health 2.0's very own Aksar, wherever he is. He's going to talk to us about Topol's recent book, The Creative Destruction of Medicine, and give us a review of that. And that's something that we really need in order to roll all these therapies sooner as a more nimble and dynamic and more digital healthcare system. So this will be next Thursday, the 27th, 6 p.m. at Y Combinator, which is a startup accelerator that's very generously hosted our salons. About 100 people come. We serve dinner every month and drinks. And you can sign up at healthextension.co, not .com, but .co. So what else can you expect to see there? This month we're going to have science pitches. So after the main talks are over, you can socialize, or you can walk around the corner to the second stage, and there will be people pitching their science ideas, sort of like people pitch their startup ideas to investors. They're going to be pitching their science ideas to people and get feedback from them, because there are scientists in the audience, and also investors and entrepreneurs and designers and all that. If you have a science idea that would be relevant and you want to pitch it, go to our website in the science tab and click on the science pitches, and you can sign up there. Another thing we do is retreats. Last one was last month in January. Over a dozen people came, and it was in Santa Cruz. It was a lot of fun. We brainstormed new ideas for how to move this movement forward, and just work on design and setting things up and recruiting more people and so on. Another project that we're involved in right now, it's just getting underway. We have some people, but we still need a few more. Is essentially a kind of internship as for an aging variants database. And this will be the first database in the world, comprehensive database, of all the human genetic variants that are discovered so far that relate to aging or longevity. Right now, all of these discoveries are piecemeal, sort of one by one in the scientific literature in various papers. But we have a brilliant Stanford geneticist who's leading this project in collaboration with us, and she will be helping train people. We're looking for people who are about the equivalent skill level or greater of somebody who's about halfway through an undergrad in biology. And she will train them on how to read scientific literature, and enough about sort of human genetics to understand what parts of the papers we need to pull out, and we're going to build this database and publish it in a high-impact, prestigious journal. All the contributors will be co-authors on this paper, and it's going to contribute a lot to the rate of people understanding aging processes and longevity, to have that all in one place. And then new discoveries, people will then be incentivized to put them directly in the database. So this should snowball. If you want to sign up for that, again, go to the science drop down and go to the Aging Variants Database Project. We have some people and looking for some more. If you look at, I know it's like $5 a week or something. If you want to learn a bunch of genetics for free and contribute to an awesome project, it should be a lot of fun. So another really big, exciting project that's just getting underway for us is intended to bring together two groups who normally don't talk yet, but who really need to talk. And one of the groups is exemplified by this researcher in her lab who's just had a brilliant insight of something that should be tried with respect to health extension, but doesn't have the resources to do it. And her idea of how you get resources is that you file a grant application with the NIH or some other federal funding agency, which tend to be very conservative and are likely, her chances of success are very low for that. The other group are institutional investors, and their way of finding what they need, which is people with really great ideas who are trying, is to let them trickle in through their friends of friends network